Hey everybody, peace and blessings to you. Hope this video meets you well. I'm Letitia. I'm a 43-year-old homeschooling, home managing, millennial mom of 5 children. I'm an immigrant living in the US. I am an INFJ empath, an intuitive, a light worker, and someone who sees himself as someone walking through this timeline, journeying through this timeline, growing and flowing through this timeline in or on the newer frequency, in alignment with the newer frequency. I'm trying to figure out how to smoothly word that. But anyway, I'm currently in my serenity room and I am recording on the 10th of September. This is the first time that I am attempting to do a long form recording. And this video is going to have a whole different vibe and energy to videos that I've done before. They're going to be, it's similar but different. Usually I'm going to have a cup of tea while we talk. And the whole theme of this video is September updates. I just want to share with you September energy, not from the perspective of the outside world, but from my perspective as an INFJ, as everything that I said I was, when I introduced myself. I'm going to share in the energy, the September energy for me, the September updates, and where I am at in this journey, in this part of the timeline, what I'm seeing and what vibes I am getting in this part of the timeline that we're in, but through my perspective, not trying to predict anything, not trying to understand what is happening in the outside world. I am more of an observer of things, and I'm listening and learning from other people. I'm hearing how other people talk about it, but I am basically, I'm in alignment with the energy of love, with the side of love. I'm in alignment with the energy of truth. I'm in alignment with the energy of everything pure and lovely and good and what is right, and what is good for the people and good for the planet. So whatever side anybody's on, it doesn't matter what their political affiliation, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters about anything or anyone other than, are you in alignment with that frequency, the new earth frequency? I listen to people that talk about the new earth frequency. I listen to people that talk about the 5D ascension, and they talk about the timeline split. And I listen to a lot of the spiritual conversations, and I also listen to a lot of the earthly conversations, the 3D conversations, the political conversations, the geopolitical conversations, the history, learning the history and things that have happened. And I got a good grasp and understanding of what is going on. My challenge is, I have a small account, a small following, and not many people are paying attention to me right now. Not many people are listening to me right now, but I am learning how I'm listening and observing and learning how to not only navigate and not only how to create and not only how to be intentional with what I align with and what I feed my soul and what I am creating, the world that I'm creating, and being the change that I want to see in the world. Not only being intentional with myself and who I want to be now and going forward throughout the rest of my life, but I'm observing and listening and learning. I'm listening and learning and grasping things and understanding things from a broader perspective. The more I listen, the more I learn, the more I witness, the more I understand, and the more I practice doing these videos in whatever form I do them, the more I practice talking and communicating, the better communicator I become. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and I don't want to waste any time because I kind of had this hot water here a while. It's honey water, and I now stirring the honey. And that's my sunflower cup because I'm a sunflower girl. I bought this package of loose leaf tea at a mall that I went to for my daughter's birthday. It was a tea house. It's called the Green Tea House. I'm not really going to share the state that I'm in, but the name of the tea house is the Green Tea House. And this tea smells so good. It smells so good. This tea is called Strawberry Gummy Bear Fruit Tea. And this sweet blend gives it just right touch. Gives the just right touch of tartness. And it has little gummies in it too, vitamin C and antioxidant. And they were closing down. I actually happened to go to this mall. This was the first time I ever went to the mall. But before I tell you the story, let me just use my new tea diffuser that I got. I never really had the proper tools to use loose leaf tea. Even though my mom makes a lot of loose, I'm tripping up on the words. My mom makes a lot of loose leaf tea, and she gave me some, but I never really had the tools to use the loose leaf tea properly. Now I find that this tool is a little bit difficult to use because of how you have to hold it, and scooping up the stuff a little bit, scooping it up and then closing it is a little bit tough. That's why I decided to pour it in this little bowl here, because the last time I tried to scoop it out of the bag and it didn't go so well. So I decided to pour in this bowl and make it a little bit of a smoother activity. I don't know if it's as smooth as I would like it to be, but it is the best I could do. I also got to get myself some see-through teacups so we can see the color of things. I kind of forgot that this is not a see-through teacup, so we're not going to see the color. But I think the color of this tea is a pinkish color. It's not ready, obviously. Not ready yet. A pinkish color. And I've never done a video like this, so, you know, it might not go totally as smooth as I want the video to be, right? But the last time I used this tea, I think it was a pinkish color, so they give it time to diffuse. My mom usually does this thing. She does this thing on TikTok, and she shares it on her YouTube as well, where she asks people, what tea are you having today? So, Mom, when you watch this video, the tea that I'm having today is strawberry gummy bear tea, fruit tea. And I bought these packages too with my mom in mind, because I hope that someday I'll see a package with my mom's label on it and my mom's blends on it. I want my mom to believe in herself more and to see what she's capable of, because, you know, I envision my mom doing something like this, packaging her blends and having her name on it. And maybe we might work on doing at least 1 or 2 blends for the holidays and start there, you know, but anything is possible. So while this is diffusing, hopefully the water won't cool down cool down, because I had it water there a while before I started the video. But while this is diffusing, let me just talk about these 2 things here in case you are the first time you see in my video. I haven't shown these ladies in a long time, but these I bought early on, the beginning of this year, as a visual for the rise of the divine feminine and the new earth, the birthing of the new earth vision. So these were like visuals for me, things that when I look at them, especially I needed that especially at the beginning of the year, because at the beginning of the year is when things were a lot tougher than they are now, you know, a lot scarier. Even though things are scarier in terms of what is happening, I am not as scared. It's not working on me. I don't care what it is that I'm hearing. I'm not as scared, because I know what is happening. I know what this is all about, and I know what's going on. And I'm just here holding the line for the new earth, waiting for other people to catch up, other people to realize that we got to let this old world die. We got to realize that all of it is just an effort to control people. Even, yes, people are really going to die. Yes, people are really going to lose their lives. And yes, people are really going to lose things in their life, and the world is going to crumble. It, you know, when we have things like this, you know, the human catastrophes and disasters and destructions and things that take place throughout the course of history, usually it wouldn't be so much all at once, and we wouldn't be going through this so heavily all at once. But I feel like the reason that we have so much happening all at once is because of desperation, and because the earth and the universe is ready for that shift. We're ready as a human race. We're ready to ascend. We're ready to shift. It's a generational shift. It's an earthly shift. It is a timeline shift. It is a glitch in the matrix. People word this in all kind of ways, but whatever it is, it's something different. It's never happened before. It is totally and completely different to anything that has ever happened before. So this is a light pink. Pink tea. I gotta get myself, like I said, a see-through tea cup for the times that I would like to do these tea videos. So before, I'm gonna let this seep a little bit more, and I'm gonna just read this thing that I have here, and then we will talk. I'll drink my tea and we will talk. So I am I am, by the way, is my connection and my grounding to spirituality. That is why a lot of the times I choose the long way when I introduce myself, or I say things about myself. I choose to say I am as opposed to I am. I feel a spiritual connection to the words I am. I feel like whenever I say I am, it is affirmation, it is declaration, it is manifestation, it is belief, it is connection to the divine, it is connection to my inner self and my higher self. I feel that there's so much power in the words I am, and that's why I always say, most of the time, unless I forget, I say I am Letitia. I am, to me, connects me more than anything to what people call the divine, in whatever way they call the divine, the Heavenly Father, God, whatever words they use. I am is my connection to the divine. So I am motivated, I am beautiful, I am courageous, I am compassionate, I am blessed, I am empowered, I am intelligent, I am inspired, I am confident, I am humble, I am strong, I am gentle. I am optimistic, I am passionate, I am driven, I am patient, I am teachable, I am learning, I am growing, I am inventing, I am living, I am creating, I am generous, I am deserving, I am prosperous, I am thriving, I am focused, I am achieving, I am unstoppable, and I can add something else. I am safe. So, because I know in this time a lot of us feel unsafe, and I get that. I get why we feel unsafe. It doesn't feel like safe times. And it's intentionally, that's by design, it's intentional. But I have to constantly remind myself that no matter what they want us to believe we are in danger of happening, I am safe. So one of the news stories of the day, it has been about NATO. It has been about the news story in relation to drones in the Poland airspace from Russia, and Poland, whatever you call them, Poland soldiers or whatever, had to shoot down some Russian drones, and that NATO has declared Article 4, and these are things I've never heard before. I don't know what any of that stuff means, but every time something happens, I learn something new. I understand a part of the world that I didn't understand before. I understand a part of the old world and the old world structure that I didn't understand before. And I learned something new. But I am safe. I am, no matter what happens, what I find out happens, what pops up in my notifications and my news feed and whatever, I know that I am safe and my family is safe, and I am divine, and I am where I'm supposed to be. I know there's a higher purpose for me and my family. I know that my family is protected. I know that we are going to be all right. I know that we were intentionally moved in a safe space. We were always intentionally placed in a safe distance from harm. And I will talk a little bit more about that after I drink my cup of tea, because I got to drink my cup of tea before it gets too cold. So let's smell it. Not sure if I can smell it. It's a light smell. It does. You could smell the gummy smell. Maybe it needed to steep a little bit longer. I'm gonna taste it and find out. Maybe it needed to steep a little longer, but I can't wait any longer because I kind of had my water a little bit sitting there a little bit too long. So it has to be cooling down by now. So I'm gonna drink my tea. Tastes good. Tastes good. It's sweetened with honey. So I always prefer sweetened tea. I don't really like it when my tea is not sweetened. It just tastes like herb water, and I don't like it. I like sweetened tea. So, for the most part, I don't use sugar. I use either artificial, is that what you call it? Artificial sweetener. I'm using artificial sweeteners way less now. Mostly I use honey, but or an artificial sweetener with my tea. But I cannot, at the moment, I cannot drink unsweetened tea. It tastes, I don't enjoy it, and part of my tea experience is not only just drinking the tea and getting the herbs in my stomach, in my body, and receiving the benefits of the tea, but also it's a part of calm and relaxation for me. So let me show you what I'm wearing. This is new. It's first time I'm wearing it. Got my butterfly outfit. I don't know if you can see the pants, but this is what I'm wearing. I try to take a longer picture. It wasn't meant to be a pajamas. It's not a pajamas, but I'm not sure if I'm totally in love with it. I liked it when I saw it online on somebody else. I don't hate it, but if it has this whole pajama energy for me, so it's going to be something that I can probably wear home, probably, with the option of, if I happen to be wearing it when my husband says, or when I'm leaving home, I could just leave home in it, because it is not I don't think it's intended to be a home outfit, or pajamas or anything like that, but it has this kind of pajama feel to me. So, but it's pretty. It's pretty. It has the whole butterfly, but not just butterfly, but the cosmic butterfly. It kind of feel to it, So it's cool. It's cool. I had mentioned in one of my videos before. So if you are someone who watch me regularly, I had mentioned where I get the things that I wear, and where I get a lot of this cool stuff that I get, like these two Divine Feminine ladies, and Birthing the New Earth. And this wasn't expensive at all. I get a lot of, and this pyramid. Got a lot of cool stuff from where I get it. So I've mentioned it before, but if you are somebody who is new and interested, ask me in the comments where I get the stuff that I get. Oh, and this teacup. Almost anything that I have that is cool or unique these days come from a specific place. So ask me in the comments, I'll tell you. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. I am Letitia, which I said already. If you haven't subscribed to this account, I hope you do. This channel, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I hope you do. This channel is called Letitia Learns Life. That's the theme, Letitia Learns Life. And it is basically, everything that I talk about, everything I discuss, everything that I post about are from my personal perspective. Because here's what I think. I think especially from observing the internet, from observing social media and listening to various voices, from all walks of life. I listen to people. I am a listener, right? I'm intentional with the people I choose to listen to, but I'm a listener. And from all walks of life, I listen to people. And from listening to people, I can hear that most of the time people are expressing what they're expressing. There's no neutral article, there's no neutral news piece. There's nothing that anybody posts or put out. I don't care what they say. It is not neutral. It is from their perspective. It is how they see life. You can hear their energy in it. You can feel their energy, or the energy of the people that put it together. The people that make the titles, and the people that put out the posts to talk, with the little description and all that, to link to the article. I don't know what you call that. Whatever the phrase is for that. You can hear people's energy in what they say, no matter how they say it, no matter what it is they're talking about, no matter how they would like to give you the impression that they are neutral. There's no such thing. That's a lie. There's no such thing. We are all just sharing our perspective, our projections, our traumas, our triggers. We are revealing ourselves in what we say, what we do, what we write, what we create, how we say it, how we correct people, and if you're really paying attention, you could see the energy and the way how they respond, and their face, and their, you could read people if you're paying attention, and you know how to read people. So as an INFJ empath, as an empath, I absorb other people's energies and emotions. I used to, but I've had to train myself not to do that anymore, to be very, very cautious of doing that, to understand that I can't carry people's energy on my shoulder any longer, or take responsibility for people's feelings or emotions and all that. I'm still trying to learn how to do that, but I'm a million times better at it than I used to be. So I've learned how to do that. As an INFJ, I'm a dot connector. I see things as pieces of a puzzle, and I understand how to connect bits and pieces of information from different various sources and various locations and figure out how to put it together as a puzzle. Now, the reason I haven't been able to put together the puzzle of what the hell is going on right now and how things are going to turn out and where we are going is because this is a big one. This is a billion piece puzzle, you know. It's a big one, and you're getting little pieces of information, a little piece of the puzzle added, you know, revealed to you daily, but you're getting a little teeny piece. So that is why I call my channel The Teacher Learns Life, because the whole thing is about learning, about listening and learning and observing and absorbing and at the same time living, because I still got to live, still got to navigate, still got to do the best I can. So I'm sharing what I learned from you. I'm sharing my thoughts in real time. I'm sharing my opinions in real time. I'm sharing and bearing in mind that my opinions come from a place of as much as I know, as far as I know. So I am totally of the opinion that I don't know nothing. I know a lot, but I know very little. You know, I understand a lot, but I understand very little. And so I know everything and I know nothing, because everything means we know it in here. We know it in here, you know, and we know it in here and in here, but we have to remember it and we have to unlock pieces of it. Every time we learn something new, we're unlocking a memory and a knowing that we already had. And that's what resonance is. Resonance is that knowing. The knowing that you already had. You just got to unlock it every time. So that's why you got to be careful who you listen to, because when you listen to certain people, they pull you further away from remembering or draw you closer, depending on who you're listening to. Some people are distractions. Some people are intentional distractions to move you away from what you actually need to discover or find out, to unlock a new memory, to unlock a new phase of remembrance. I am so happy and appreciative of how far I've come, because I feel like I've come really far in this journey of unlocking and remembering. And today, energetically, today was a powerful day. Everything that has come to me today was a new unlocking. Like today was a very nice, lovely unlocking of remembrance. Now, I caught that like we are in some sort of new portal. I heard somebody talking about it. I hear somebody talking about the 99 portal or something like that. I don't know what that is. I just heard someone talking about it, you know, because yesterday was the 9th of the 9th, the 99 portal. Also, last night, my husband was like, look at that moon. And the full moon was like shining through the trees right at us on our bed. So I crack open the curtains a little bit and I let that moon like shine directly on our bed, because that's what the moon was doing. And then I didn't watch it anymore. I didn't watch the moon anymore, so I don't know what the moon was up to after that. And then today just turned out to be very, very powerful in the unlocking, in the receiving, in the discovering, and in the creating too. So the vibes and the energy is really good. So I just wanted to share that. And some of the things that I've thought of is that I've thought of some really interesting. I also had homeschool today. We started our homeschool this week, and it's been going really, really well. And I have, because it has gone surprisingly well, because I've struggled with our homeschool lately, as in within the last few years, because my children are constantly shifting, the world is shifting, and I'm also trying to balance my own emotions and dealing with the heaviness and the challenges of the time, and trying to not be distracted and to focus on what I was meant to do as a mother. And that has been very, very difficult. And it's only until I had crossed the threshold over the summer, I shifted into something else. And it's now that I absolutely believe that I'm in alignment with the newer frequency wholeheartedly. So at this point, no matter what happens, like no matter, I promise you, no matter what happens, I will not have that spirit of fear. I will not. I mean, yes, fear kicks in. Fear kicks in. It does. I mean, these people are so good at what they do, and some days the energy is so heavy that it's like a knockout punch. You know, it gets you. Some days it really does get you. But a lot of the times, no matter what they do, and I promise you, I don't even care for, like, I'm not going to say them things, but I promise you, no matter what happens, I'm not going to feel fear in the way that I would have before. In the way that, in the way I would have before. Because I have shifted into something new. I've shifted into the complete alignment, like I said, with the new earth frequency, and into my season of joy, into my full-blown butterfly era. I am there. I am there. I'm that butterfly. I am here. I am here. So I had a wonderful birthday. My daughter had a wonderful birthday. I have an idea of how I hope that fall turns out for us, and I have a complete understanding that during this time, during this period, like fall, I know a lot of crazy ass it is gonna take place. I know a lot of scary things for people are gonna take place. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. But every time it gets worse, as bad as it gets, this is out of desperation. We are not losing. Love is not losing. What is happening is that everything that was under the surface has to be revealed, and it is being revealed out of desperation. And the more things are revealed, the more unexpected people step away from it and move into alignment with something different. And things are happening, and we are not losing. Love is not losing. I've started to do a thing on TikTok. I started in September. I don't know what makes me do the things that I do. I just suddenly got this brainwave, poof, and it feels like there's a shift, an instantaneous shift. Because over the summer, I felt like I was called to make these type of videos where it was an awareness videos, where I wanted to share what was going on, what was coming up in the news, and what was happening. But that is a difficult thing to do in this time, and there got a lot of creators that do it. It's a difficult thing to do at this time because there's so much going on, and it's going to get worse in terms of the news over the fall. It's going to get worse. It's going to feel worse. It's going to look worse. I could tell. It's going to, it's going to get bad in terms of what the things are. But I personally know that yes, people are going to lose their lives. It's not going to be fake. It's going to be real. Real things, real bad things are going to happen to people. That is not in our control, and we cannot change that. It always happens throughout the course of time. And from what the spiritual community believes, and I would have to say it resonates with me, souls sign up front for what they're going to be doing, and how they're going to be leaving, and when they're going to be leaving. And there's no wasted death. Every death matters. It has a purpose. Every death has a purpose. So some souls sign up for that. And there's this one unusual thought that if I say, I don't know how to say it properly, but if I say it, you're going to think it's crazy. But my soul has a gratitude and a love for DJT's soul, not him, not the person, not the human, his soul, because his soul has signed up for the hardest job of all, to be unloved, to be the worst elements of humanity. I honestly believe that he is the opposite of Christ, right? I believe he is. There was one time where I believe there's the opposite of Christ spirit, and it was embodied by more than one person. But now I believe that this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm right, because like I said, I know and I don't know. But this is what I'm thinking right now. I'm believing that he is the human embodiment of the opposite of Christ. Christ was a real person, right? He was the manifestation, the representation. This is just me thinking aloud I believe that Christ was a real person, I should say. I don't know if he was a real person, but I believe he was. Representing people have the language, the Christ energy, the energy of love, right? And this is this person is the anti of that energy, the anti-love energy, right? The anti-Jesus energy. Now, I got a lot to learn about things. I'm listening. Every day I'm still trying to do my life, So there's only so much time you got every day. So I try to listen, I try to learn, I try to understand. There's so much to learn. There's so much to learn, So like I said, I have thoughts and ideas and visions and perspective based on the information that I've unlocked up until that point. up until where I am. But I believe, I believe that we are experiencing the prophecy of the revelation times, the end times, the end time prophecy. I believe that we're experiencing that. But I think that we weren't prepared for it, and we didn't get a full understanding of it, and we still don't have a full understanding of it. I don't think it is what people thought it was. It is what we have feared. I think a lot of the things that humans have been prepped and designed to fear the whole time, like AI, when AI was to come into fruition, come into our world, we were afraid that bad things were going to happen as the world shifted into AI, right? And these robots and this digital age, they would take over and they would enslave humanity. And I have to tell you, we are at the crossroads between the manifestation of those fears, the manifestation of our fears, or the manifestation of our dreams, our faith, our creation. We could create out of love, and we could allow ourselves as humanity to be enslaved by our fears, to be enslaved by the narrative that we have been taught, and the narratives that has taken place for so many years, and be enslaved by the stories we've been told, or because that's what they're trying to do. Their world and their matrix is glitching and is crumbling, and what they're trying to do is to build a new one fast before we even realize what has happened. Build a new one fast, and this time humanity becomes their slaves, become enslaved. The whole time they were stealing from us. They were stealing our dreams, stealing our lives, and making us believe that the world that they design is normal and there's no other option. This is the only way. This is the way, and there's no other way. Making us believe that this was how it was going to end. It was going to end horribly for the sinners and beautifully for the believers. And the matrix is glitching. The belief system is being tested and found wanting. Is that how you say it? Tested and found wanting? I think that's how you say it. Or lacking, however you say it. And I believe that we could get with this, or we could get with that. That song, we could get with this, or we could something like that. We could get with this, or we could get with that, right? You could choose your vision, the new world order prophecy that I heard about when I was growing up, or the new earth vision that I am now learning about. I'm now coming to understand. So I've come into my understanding of the world, and I've come into understand what is happening and where we're at, and I will continue to develop my language and my understanding, unlock more and more information about it. I really wish, as I constantly say, I wish that I had an audience that would make themselves known. I don't know if other people other than my mom is going to see this. I wish they would, because this is really good. But my channel is Letitia Learns Life because I know everything, but I know nothing. I'm unlocking memories and becoming. I am learning. I am catching up. But I know, but I'm getting there. I'm getting close. And we have to choose a side. We have to choose which side we align with, which frequency we want to be on. And the more of us wake up to the newer frequency, and it's easy too. You don't gotta call it. You don't have to call it new earth. You don't have, you don't have to call it 5D ascension. You don't have to believe in the weird stuff if you don't want to. All you gotta do, and Jesus said it, is love. Love. Literally, that was the only command that mattered, is love. And that's why when I do my dances, I think I was starting to say this. I started doing some dances on, I now realize I didn't even go into it. I started doing some dances on TikTok. And I share them here on YouTube. And I always try to end with this. The light codes, love. Love is the key commandment. If everything else fails, if you don't want to call it any of the weird stuff that all kinds of people call it, because people call these, the period that we in, it has different names, but it's all the same conversation. People say it differently, but it's all the same conversation. Love should be your religion. Love Love, self-love, love for the planet, love for the people. Love is the solution to everything. It always has been. And they have manipulated us into believe it's this and it's that, and it's go to college, get educated, it's become smarter, it's become better. Love is the answer to everything. It is the simplest solution. Easy peasy. It answers all your questions. It doesn't matter what you call God. It doesn't matter if you believe in God. It doesn't matter, you know, what that person's religion is, or what that person's sexual orientation is, or what that person what that person dresses like, what their hair look like, whether they're a girl or a boy, their sex. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff don't matter. The only thing that matters is love. Simple. And when we start to make every damn choice and decision out of the love, then we got our answers. We on the right path. Because no matter what choice we make, it's not that complicated. It doesn't need to be overthink. Is this right? Is this out of love? Is this kind? Is this loving? And then it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters at the end of that. So what I'm gonna just end here by saying, because this was supposed to be September energy, September updates, and I have no idea if this counts as that. But what I'm saying is that for this September, I'm shifting into a new season, and the season that I've decided to shift in for September is, well, continue my journey of weight loss and fitness, physical health, taking care of myself, self-care, self-love, physical fitness, and losing weight. During the summer, my concern was to build up that YouTube account. I don't know if I'm as concerned about my subscribers numbers as much as I was. I'm kind of starting to feel a little bit more playful, a little bit more loving. In terms of wanting to focus on living and loving and connecting with nature, connecting with simple pleasures, having fun, dancing. So that's what I was saying. I started dancing on TikTok, just like my mom did. My mom is who inspired me to start doing that. She was who got that, hit me with the bug, So dancing on TikTok, and I've found the music in my soul. I even dance when I'm not doing videos. I play a lot of music these days, and I'm living and loving and playing and having fun. And I am going to, let's just pretend, let's just say that everything I said was just bullshit, right? And the only thing that's real is what's really happening, okay? Like, the country gonna experience World War III. She probably shouldn't have said that. I don't know if that's gonna affect my algorithm, but anyway, the country's gonna experience bad stuff, right? The real bad stuff. A third, a third version of what has happened to the world before. WW1, WW2, we're gonna experience WW3, right? So, and this country is gonna experience a physical civil dispute, right? And all the things are gonna happen again like they happened before. Say, for instance, that everything that I said is bullshit. There's no divine rise of the divine feminine. There's no new earth birthing, which I don't believe, because I see evidence of the contrary, And all that's real is just the fear and the bad stuff and the end of the world, and that humanity is going to be enslaved, and we are experiencing a new world order, and we are all doomed. Say, for instance, that was true. Well, I've decided that if that's true, which I don't believe for, not even 1% believe that that's true. I don't believe it one bit. But if that was true, right, then I'm just going to go out dancing. I'm going to go out enjoying my life like if it's the end of the world. Enjoy the world like if it's the end. Enjoy it like if this is my last day. I'm not going to spend my last day concentrating on idiots, or concentrating on people that don't deserve my attention, or concentrating on fear, or when I got better things to concentrate on, like people's creativity, right? When I got better things to concentrate on, like taste and touch and joy and peace and love and nature, and I could go touch grass with my feet and touch sand with my feet. and dance to the music that people have already put into the world, and read good books, and step outside on the morning and listen to the birds in the trees when I could enjoy life with my kids. Why am I going to concentrate on stupid people? So that is all I'm going to say, because I don't want this video to go on any longer. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to editing this and posting it and putting it out there. And I hope that more than just my mama sees it, because I'm so freaking proud of this one. I'm so freaking proud of this one, and I'm proud of us. I'm happy to be here. How wonderful and privileged are we to be born and be here for times such as this. Our souls are so freaking cool. Our souls are freaking awesome. And, interesting things are ahead. And it's all about perspective, how we perceive the things that happen around us and to us. But we do things out of love, we do things out of faith, we do things out of trust. This is literally the Bible has been preparing people for. The Bible has been preparing people for the time such as this. And I cannot believe how many people, like ants that just got diverted off the track, off the track that they were on. How many people have failed to be ready? Even though they was going to church every Sunday, even though they read the Bible often, how many people have failed to be ready for a time such as this? So I got a lot more learning to do. I got a lot more listening and observing to do. And I will continue to share what I unlock and have fun and play and enjoy my life. And I hope that I can inspire people. I hope I can be an inspiration and a teacher as best as I can. But I'm not really trying to be a teacher, but an inspirer is the main word I connect with. I hope that I can be an inspirer and a light worker, holding the light for anybody who it will be waiting at who will need that light to get off this bridge, get out the tunnel and get off this bridge and move into the new earth, move into the new world. It's a frequency. It's not a place. It's a frequency. It's an energy. It's a vibration. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and like and comment and help me grow this account. Thank you.